Okay, I don't know if I showed you this, but if you go to locations and then you go to analytics and then you go to retention analytics, you can actually see individual retention scores, analytics, and all that per so many different things. So I'll just go very fast. So you can, the first thing you can see, okay, so this right here is the average score, the retention. This is the highest score ever reached at a single month, right? And here's like the details of how these numbers came to be. Like, you know, it tells you exactly which numbers were calculated to come up with this score. So for example, here right away I can select Angela, for example. Okay, so now I know Angela's retention score across so many lines is 79.9. The company is the average for the company is 76. The average for the selected rep is 79.9, and the average for the rest of the team, so the rest of the team minus Angela, is 76. I can also pin Angela next to Maria, Melanie, you know, anybody. Maybe we'll do Natalia. Okay, so now I know every rep's retention score, and I also know the highest retention score they ever reached at a single month. The device, I can do. Okay, I want to see how BYD against CPO, against GSM, against branded. So now I have the average for each one, and the best ever that they scored at a single month, right? And of course, everything is here, all the data is here, all the numbers that were used, and this is all from commission reconciliation. So it looks like commission reconciliation, what got paid, and it gives it a score. But I also could do something even better. So let's say I don't want like, I want to see branded, but not all branded. I want to see how Apple phones compete with Motorola, for example, and Samsung, and whatever, and maybe home internet. I like home internet. Is it here? No, it's in the other one maybe. Oh yeah, home internet. Okay, so now I know. Okay, Apple, home internet, Motorola. So Apple devices do better. Okay, perfect. Now I know that. So I know, like, you know. Okay, now you know what? I want to go into more details. I want to look at specific or sub brands or subcategory or categories. So I don't want Apple, just Apple. I want the iPhone versus iPhone Pro, for example, or I want, you know, I want to see on the Samsung side, for example. I want to see how does the A compete with the S. Okay, I don't know if we have enough data on tab. Yeah, we do. So now I know Samsung A series is 76.6, Samsung S series is 88.6. So now I know how they retain it. So, and not only that, I can also drill it even further down. You know, I want a specific one. I want to see, for example, the Samsung A15 versus the A16 versus the iPhone, for example, iPhone 13. We sold a lot of iPhone 13. Okay, so now I know how the Samsung A16, 76, Samsung A15. So it's drilled down to a device level, and of course, all the data is here for all these. And the next thing, what if I want to see plans? Okay, I want to select plans. Give me all single months. Or you know what? I want to see all voice plans, how they compete against home internet plans, right? How they compete against tablet plans. So now I know the retention for tablets, plans, home internet plans, whatever. Okay, you know what? Let me drill it even further. I want to see single months plans, how they go against multi-month. So now I know. You know what? Even further. I want to see the $65 plan. The $65 plan. There's something still selected. Oh yeah, these. Let me remove them. So if I want a specific plan, for example, I want the home internet plan versus this one, the 65 versus the 55. I want to see how, okay, surprise, surprise, $65 plan does better than, so now I can drill them. And then features. Let's say I want to see how finance ones are doing, auto pay, ID verif, port. So I know each line that had port alone, how it did, or all the lines that had port, whatever, how they did, whatever. So this way I get an idea, like if I take this, for example, look, the general, the dotted one is the store. And this is auto pay because I selected auto pay. So now it shows me that, look, on average, how much auto pay improves retention, right? And this is very visible here because auto pay is alone 80% retention versus 76 average. If I add ID verif. Okay, what if I want to know a combination of like, I just want to select only the lines that or the lines that have both autopay and ID verif combined. Okay, so I go here, which is temporary combos, so I do combination. Okay, autopay, ID verif, create that combo. So now I know. Okay, I see. So this is the average. This one, the brand one, is ID Verif, and just adding autopay to ID Verif also improves it. So I know the lines that had ID Verif alone, 78%. The lines that don't have the lines that have autopay and ID Verif, 81%. You know what? Let me do another combo. I want to see how are the lines that have all of these: autopay, ID Verif, and port. So these lines. Let me do this combo. So now I get a new combo. Okay, so it's 82.7. So I know these are very good, a lot better. Okay, what if I finance and autopay? Let me see. Add combo. 84. Finance always improves it, and this is the highest months. So I could do it by features. You know what? Last thing. By ports. Okay, let me know. How does new numbers versus external ports and super ports? And okay, now I know external. This. So I know super are the best ones. Super are, you know, T-Mobile, Metro, and whatever. I forgot which ones. These. Let me see. Oh yeah, these. So like, let's say I want to see Boost and Cricket and Metro. Now I know how my, you know, each port or a combination of port, or like the group of ports, how it does retention. This video is gonna be too long, freak. But anyways, so you get the idea. And also the same exact thing can be done to life cycle. So I know how long each rep, feature, device, what's the life cycle for the device, for the line, whatever, which month it drops at, you know. So now I know, and why all of this, just to give an idea, to get an idea which devices do better, which ports do better, which this, all for coaching signals. So this way in the future you see some rep having bad retention scores, and then once you look into their profile, it'll tell you, oh, they have, because they have been selling devices that are historically, or that, you know, they're not attaching autopay, or selling devices or plans that are historically has bad retention. This is a long video. I hate this, but you know, I'm sorry, too excited.